Hi. It's been a while, about 7 months since I've made a video for this channel, and that's kind of crazy. I guess I kind of left everything without explaining where I was going or what I was doing because I'm a piece of trash. Hello, welcome to the life of Casey. But in all fairness, I mean, come on. Only one of you asked what happened and where I went to, so like, YouTube life, am I right? Okay, I'm only kidding. Let's really get into where the heck I've been and why I quit art. 2018, man, yeah, that was a really weird year for me mentally, like, wasn't it for everyone though? I mean, let's be real. But in all seriousness, trigger warning, if you don't want to hear about sad stuff, probably don't watch this video. But for those of you who are about that life, yeah, I started off 2018 really freaking depressed. And my dudes, I did not realize how sad you could feel I was in all of my previous freaking videos. And your girl was sitting here trying not to show any personality because I was so scared to do sco. Yeah. Whenever you can talk. But like seriously, I was so scared to show my personality on YouTube. I was getting like really demotivated in everything I was creating or I tried to create. It was like giving me this huge conflicting thought where I don't know if any of you have felt like this, but hello life. This is what I dealt with all year last year. My mind would go through these things after I would create or while I was creating, and I would be like, why are you doing this? Why are you making this? Why are you drawing? What is the point? You're not good at it. Just stop. You're wasting your time. Why are you sculpting? Why the frick are you wasting your time with this stuff? You're just not good at it. Like every time I created like a sculpture or a drawing, this would happen. I'm not kidding you. Every single time. As you could probably imagine, that just did not help my already like depressed mental state. So like I eventually just like stopped. So I stopped sculpting, I stopped drawing, I stopped creating in general. I also felt like I never had time to do anything, but let's be real, sis, I'm just really bad at time management, and when you're depressed, who cares about time, right? All you want to do is sleep. Last year was pretty gross for me. It was like, I've had some really bad years, and I mean, really bad years, but last year was pretty bad. I was probably in like my deepest depressive state that I had been in a really long time, and I honestly did not know what the heck to do about it. So I kind of just like neglected everything that I enjoyed and loved doing, and I became really sad and gross. I just became like really self-pitying, I guess, and I see that now that I look back, and it's just gross to me. But like, girl, whenever you like have no friends and you fall into like this depressive state, welcome to hell, because I felt like I was the only person in the world at that point that like existed and that had feelings. It was so sad. Like, I know I'm making really light of this, but it was, oh god, it was I'm not about to sit here and cry to you guys about what I went through last year, because people go through worse, and what I went through I was just doing to myself. I really hated that I did that to myself. I was like having panic attacks almost every day. I was always crying myself to sleep, and it's just, that wasn't it. So like, I was just hurting myself emotionally. I think that like, you know, I'm getting older, and I'm looking at my life, and I'm like, these things are not working out. So like, instead of trying to fix these things about my life, I got really depressed about it. And I got really angry, and my anger kind of spiked through the roof last year. Ooh, everything made me mad. Everything made me mad. Everything irritated me. I was so negative. It was gross. It was disgusting. I know a lot of it, a smidgen of it, maybe not a lot of it, but a smidgen of it had to do with I was stuck at a job that I freaking hated. That you guys might not know this about me, but okay, how long was I working that job? Probably since 2014 or 15, so about 3 or 4 years, I think. I was a freaking cleaning lady, and it was the worst job ever. At the end, I could not take it anymore. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't handle it. It was bad. Like, every time I would work, I'd become an anxious mess. It worsened my depression, and things were in the shitter, pretty much. I think I was going back and forth with this and just deepened my feelings around the end of July. So, like, I was going through some stuff for the first half of the year. Like, that doesn't even explain how my 2017 went. This is just how 2018 went. Towards the end of this whole thing, I talked to my mom, and I told her how I really felt, which was something that I had never done. I've never talked to my mom about how my emotional state was. That's just something I never did. And I told her some really blunt things. I'm sure you guys, if you've dealt with depression, you know what comes along with that sometimes. And I told her, she was like, listen, you need to take control of your life. You need to stop letting people control you. And whenever she said that, she was like, you let people control you. You give people the power over you. Whenever she said that to me, it like stuck with me. And like also through that whole entire time, I was like soul searching and trying to figure out if I needed religion. I was trying to figure out what I needed. And honestly, all I needed was to give myself a peace of mind. And like, I don't know what it was, but maybe a month later, in like August, end of August, things really switched for the best. It was so weird. Like, I freaking took command of my life, and oh my gosh, it was some good shiz. So like, I quit my job. I started posting more to my gaming channel. I was feeling back to myself, genuinely happy, and I haven't felt like that ever. Like, I just felt like myself again. And I know it's weird for me to say I felt like myself and I felt genuinely happy, and I never felt that before. But whenever you grow up, things switch and things feel different, and then you like look back at your life and you're like, hey, my life wasn't as bad as I thought it was whenever I was this age or that age. And you're like, hey, I kind of feel how I felt like back then, like, you know, if I would have taken everything and appreciated it. Like, that's what I mean by that. Like, if you've ever quit a job that you hated, oh man, you know what I'm talking about. You know that feeling. And it's like almost immediately after I did that, my life started picking up and it started lifting. And I was like, no more. I'm not having no more of this. It's like I completely shut everything down. I like took all of the stressful stuff out of my life, and I was like tossed it to the side, like the crafting, the drawing. I shut down my Etsy shop. I stopped doing this YouTube channel. I like really took everything that was stressing me out, and I like got it out of my life. I've always used sculpting and creating and drawing and all of that kind of art whole aesthetic as like a coping mechanism to deal with my depression, to deal with my sadness, to do this, to do that. And whenever I started getting happier and I started uplifting a little bit more, I threw all of that to the side because I was like, okay, I kind of contaminated everything that I used to love with, okay, this is going to make me feel better. This is what I have to do to make my mind state stable, blah, 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 blah. So I took all of that and I tossed it to the side, and I didn't touch it for months. I haven't sculpted in so long. I haven't crafted with resin. I haven't, well, I've drawn, but like just recently, like last month, recent December. And it felt so freeing. Like, I felt like all of the stresses that were going on just kind of were able to like get away from me. and I was able to clear my mind and clear my head and think about what I wanted to do and how I wanted to live and the things that I wanted to do for myself. Sometimes it means putting your coping mechanisms in the freaking garbage and really soul searching, I guess. But like, I was doing something I freaking loved while I was making friends. You heard me. I was making a friend. But like, yeah, I was living a good life there for like a minute, and it felt amazing. And I got to live what it felt like to actually be happy, to actually be excited, to wake up in the morning. Like, not like I'm not happy right now, but like I was on cloud nine. You know, I've never felt true, pure happiness in my life, and it was so crazy to go from almost wanting to give up on life to being extremely happy and excited to actually wake up in the morning. And like, recently my motivation to create has come back, and you know, I was drawing and I felt like at one point I was only drawing to make other people like my art. You know, to have something to post. But like, I gave up drawing for a really, really long time. Like, how long? Maybe a year? Maybe not that long, but whatever. Coming back to drawing and drawing now, I'm just drawing for myself. Like, to actually enjoy drawing, just to do it, and not to like have to have this masterpiece. Like, it's the most freeing feeling. It's so beautiful. Like, to sit down and just draw whatever you want. It's just up to you, girl. Like, you want to draw Harold in the hit or miss girl pose? What's stopping you? Nothing, bitch. That's what. Nothing's stopping you. My sketchbook is a hot mess, you know, and I love it. And I don't care if I don't draw very well. Like, I'm here to live my best art life, and I don't care if every single person I know thinks my art is ugly. I'm still gonna do it because I'm not here to be a famous artist. Like, girl, I just want to do something for myself, so my creativity can come through, and just not gonna waste away. And like, I know that nobody probably cares that I left YouTube and that I quit art for a year almost because I was depressed, because I don't know, people don't care. People just don't. So like, it's no biggie. It's no biggie. I mean, I can just here to share my story with you guys, I guess. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you can look and be like, hey, I was really sad once, and I also gave up my hobbies and the things that I loved because my depression suckered me into this horrible spot in my life. Maybe you can relate to feeling better. I mean, if you guys are feeling that, like, if you feel really sad right now, like, things are gonna get better. Things are gonna get so much better. Like, you have no idea. You just really gotta live that positive life, because if you're sitting there every day and just, like, being negative like I was, like, you're not gonna get anywhere. You gotta really force yourself. Like, don't give people the power to control you. Control yourself. Do things for you. Live your best life. Do what's gonna make you happy. If you have a job that you're working and you freaking hate it, quit it. Do something better. Do something bigger. You know, I know if you've been here forever, I'm sure you're gonna be like, well, what the fudge? Where's your crafting videos? Well, my dudes, crafting is a big old part of my past as of right now. And I don't really see myself messing with polymer clay, sculpting, or resin for a really long time. Like, that's also another video in itself. During my whole depressed episode, I got super paranoid. I got scared to craft. So there's that. Hey. But yeah, I was crafting for years, and it helped me then, but right now I'm super into drawing. Like, sis, if you want to unsubscribe, go ahead. Don't stay here if you don't want to, if you're not into it. Okay? But I really want to come back to this channel and kind of start fresh. 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 Oh my god. No. Start fresh. I know content change can kill a channel, but let's be honest. This channel's already dead. Oh yeah, I hope you liked the drawing that I did in this video. It was just like a super fast doodle. I've never really drawn like a bedroom, living room kind of scene before. It was fun. It is whatevs. This is like my cutesy style that I draw in. I have more realistic style and all sorts of stuff. The art is evolving. It's a lot different than it used to be. It's great. But like, yeah, that's kind of why I quit art and why I had like this big absence from YouTube on this channel specifically. I hope you guys want to stick with me. Welcome to me. Hello personality, where have you been? Hiding for years. Yeah, I'm gonna go. And I will see you guys next time. I'm hoping to make like a video a week. Let's hope that happens. Fingers crossed. But yeah. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.